He can take his child support, but my kids don't. We've been through. He's not seeing my kids.
He's what?
He's not seeing my kids, but he can get his support.
Okay, well, what he's claiming is he says, I want to see my kids, is what he's saying.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good today, man. Yo, listen, man. We got another judge, right? We got another judge setting the record straight right here, right? Setting the record straight. But we have this bitter baby mom holding her children away, or holding their children away from the father. Now, of course, this is very common, right? This is very common. We've been seeing this on our channel, right? We've been talking about child support and everything. But this right here, man, is going to be a pretty good video, man. And for the most part, man, I'm gonna leave I'm gonna leave the description down below. Y'all can go check it out, man. 5050 Dad, he dropped it on Instagram, so y'all can definitely go check out that full video, man. But this is wild, guys. This is wild, man. But the funny thing is, man, the judge tells this woman, right? I ain't even gonna spoil it. I'm not even gonna spoil it, man. But for the most part, man, let's just say, man, he puts her in her place. He puts her in her place, man, and she understands it, right? And the sad thing about it is, it just shows the entitlement, right? This just shows the entitlement, because she keeps talking about my kids, right? But when it's time to give that, when it's time for that man to give up the money, when it's time for her having to use that man for something, right, is then, this is your kid too. It's our kid, right? It's very hypocritical. It's very hypocritical, but for the most part, man, let's go ahead and jump into this.
This is the Craig versus Edie case.
Okay.
Calling case 2021-1298DS. Deshaunette Craig versus Ladero Edie. Today is Monday, May 20th, 2024 at 9:31 a.m.
Court will note the appearance of Ms. Reed on behalf of the defendant. This matter is before the court on the defendant's motion for parenting time and for modification of support. Ms. Reed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here to get my client a parenting time schedule because the order that was entered in 2021 just says parenting time as the parties agree, and the plaintiff has interpreted that as no parenting time, and he hasn't seen his children in quite a while, so we're wanting an enforceable, reasonable parenting time schedule, and then child support modified accordingly.
Okay. Ms. Craig, what's your response?
He can take his child support, but my kids don't. We've been through. He's not seeing my kids.
He's what?
He's not seeing my kids, but he can get his support.
Okay, well, what he's claiming is, he says, I want to see my kids, is what he's saying.
Okay, but my daughter just now became back being a kid. We went through something with him where my daughter was scared to use the bathroom. My daughter was scared to take baths. I do not allow him to see my kids. And I do it for the safety of my kids. I feel like I tried to reach out for help. I got no help. So I took it into my own hands. He can take his support, but no, sir, I'm not going to let him see my kids.
Well, ma'am, if I order him to see the kids, he will see the kids, or you will go to jail. So we'll get that matter straight right now.
Okay,
Did you contact DHHS when you said you had some issues?
He contacted them as well. He's contacted them on me a lot.
Okay, so DHHS has been involved previously.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what the court will do is order that.
So, man, we're gonna stop her right there, man. But that's crazy, bro. That is crazy, man. First of all, you're taking the man's money. Once again, you're taking the man's money, and then you're about to take the man's kids away from him. Once again, man, this is just giving women way too much power, and the judge still have to put them in check. Now, the judge should be able to say, "Hey, man, look, no to giving the child support, and you're gonna let him see his kids, right?" So now let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, right? The elephant in the room is she is saying, right, because in the comments, and I'm gonna just go ahead and spare y'all the comments, right? Well, I'm still gonna do the comments, but I'm gonna spare y'all some of the comments because I don't feel like going through the whole thing, but. For the most part, man, I'm probably gonna put it up here on the screen, but you had a few women, man, say, hey, man, well, what about the mother saying that the kid was, scared to go into the bathroom with the father, right? Now, here's the thing, man, when you have a lot of manipulative parents, man, once again, man, they will always try to question things, word things certain way for kids, man, to where sometimes kids may not be able to explain it or whatever. They misinterpret it, or the mothers try to ask a question a certain way to manipulate the kid, and now you're sitting over here making up lies, right? So, I mean, once again, man, as far as accusations, that's pretty much all it is, man. She's bringing up some BS, man, just so she can go ahead and get the leverage in the situation, because she doesn't want to give up the kids, right? She doesn't want to give up the kids, but she want to give up the child support. But hey, guess what? She still keeps the child support and the kids. But once again, the fact that she can just hold this much power, and once again, then make a false accusation, because like I said, man, once again, what did the man do, right? She didn't say what he did. Usually, man, if something did happen, if something did happen, they would say, man, he did this and he did that. He did so and so, he did so and so. That's why I'm keeping my child away from him. But you're only going to say, she was scared of going to the bathroom with him. For what? Maybe she didn't want to go into the bathroom at the time. And he was like, no, you're going to go into the bathroom. You need to go take a shower. You need to go do whatever. Right? So, I mean, once again, man, I mean, hey, we already know how manipulative a lot of bitter baby mothers can be. We already know how conniving a lot of bitter baby mothers can be, how spiteful a lot of bitter baby mothers can be. Let's not be disingenuous about the situation here. So in the comments, man, so let's go ahead and read these comments. So the first comment says, this is 90% of women, and then their homegirls will co-sign this nonsense. Facts. Right, facts. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and get his money and take his kids away from him. This, that, and the third, man. Once again, just being spiteful, right, man? Once again, misery loves company. Once again, misery loves company. So someone else says, the way she says "my kids" shows a lot of entitlement. Somebody else says, her kids, huh? Guess her big back self made them alone, right? I mean, if that was the case, then he wouldn't be paying child support, right? So once again, she shouldn't even be saying that, right? She should not be sitting over here saying my kids. It's our kids, man. Someone else says, see their kids, right? And then someone else says, imagine if the dad said this. Yeah. So someone says, she's trying to raise another fatherless black kid with a narrative that his or her dad just left for no reason. This is an epidemic in the black community for sure. Someone else says, they always think their emotions supersede the law. So it's his kids when it's time to pay, but they're her kids when it's time to make the rules. Got it. So someone says they think they own the children. It's emotional abuse. It's emotional abuse of the kids, ruining them emotionally and mentally. Then this is the biggest one right here, man. Someone pointed it out, man, and I like this one. Someone says, notice how her body language changed when the judge threatened her with jail. That means she would have lost custody and possibly pay child support. Shaking my head. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to sit over here and don't want to swing and miss everything, right? You don't want to swing and miss everything, right? So, I mean, once again, man, another situation where a woman can abuse the system, right? Now, the judge did correct her and say, hey, man, hold on, man, you can give this man his kids. And you're going to take some of this money that he's going to give you, and we're just going to leave it there, or you're going to go to jail, right? And you're going to lose the custody and everything, right? So I wish he would have pushed a little bit harder. But I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. Y'all let me know down below. How do y'all feel about this, man? Give me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.